right? Dy by dx is equals to minus xy square, and the initial condition you are given is y of 0 is equals to 2. So you're asked to calculate y at 0.2 in steps of 0.1, right? Understand what do you mean by this in steps of 0.1? See, you are starting at 0. I mean, the initial value where you are given the solution is 0, right? From 0, you are moving up to 0.2. You are calculating the function value at 0.2 then. So to move from 0 to 0.2, you need to take the step size as 0.1. So when it is given as in steps of 0.1, you should understand the step size is 0.1, right? So keeping that in view, let me write all the given things. Usually when you are given a problem, you will be given it like this: dy by dx is equal to f of xy. So keeping this in mind, you can understand this right hand side function, whatever you are given here, this is the function f of xy. So I'm just writing all those things. Whatever you are given on the right side of the differential equation, I'm taking it as f of xy. So f of xy is simply minus xy square. Next, you see along with the differential equation, you'll be given this initial condition. What it is? Y at x naught is equals to y naught. Right now, looking at these two, you see, this is the actual condition what you will be given. And the condition what you are given here is this: y of 0 is equals to 2. So if you just compare those two, you can easily understand x naught is 0. And then corresponding to this, the function value at x naught, y at x naught, you can actually write it as y naught. And you are given it as 2. Right? So you are given both x naught as well as y naught. And now you are given the step size. H is equals to 0.1. Right? Now when h is 0.1, you can understand x1 is its next point to. Next x1 is the next point to x naught. Right? Always we write x1 as x naught plus h. So x naught is 0 and h is 0.1. You see 0 plus 0.1. We'll get x1 as 0.1. Next, x2 is again x1 plus h. It is a point which is at a distance of h units from x1. So it is x1 plus h. So then you see now x1 we got it as 0.1 and h is also 0.1. When you add those two, we'll get this as 0.2. Look at the question. You're asked to find the solution at 0.2, which means you need to calculate y at x2, right? You can also write this as y2. See, when it is y at x2, we can write it as y2. So we need to calculate this y2 actually. That's one thing. But you know, to calculate y2, we must know the value of y1. If you know y1, then only we can calculate y2. You see, that's how to get y2, we must first calculate y at x1, which is y1. Right? So now, though you're asked to find only y at 0.2, it is absolutely necessary to calculate y at 0.1 also. Now, indirectly, the question is to calculate y at 0.1 as well as at 0.2 using modified Euler's method. Now, let me just continue this. Let me first take to calculate this y1, y at 0.1. Right, so it is y at 0.1, or you know, sometimes for convenience, we can also write this as y1. You know, that's your question now. So the question is simply to calculate y1. Now see, to calculate y1, you know, in a modified Euler's method, we proceed iteratively. In the sense, we should start with some initial approximation and that will be extended to refine. So as we know from Euler's method, we choose the initial approximation. So I'm just continuing that from Euler's method or Euler's formula, whatever you write is okay. We take initial approximation for y1. y1 0 is equals to, I hope you remember it, it is y naught plus h into f of x naught y naught. Right? It is y1 0 is equals to y naught plus h into f of x naught y naught. Now let us just substitute everything into this formula and see what values you'll get here. Understand this problem carefully, because this you know, method has a lot of importance, and even for the examinations, you know, this method is little important. So let's substitute everything into this. Y1 initial approximation is equals to, see what is y naught? See, as you are given in the question, y naught is 2 plus h. H is how much you see? 0.1 into, now here we need to substitute f of x naught y naught. Actually, what are f of, I mean, what are x naught and y naught? x naught is 0 and y naught is 2. So what does it mean here? F of x naught y naught means in f of xy, you need to substitute x is equals to x naught and y is equal to y naught, which means, the function f of xy is this xy square. In this, you should substitute x is equal to x naught is 0, and in place of y, you should substitute y naught. What is y naught? It is 2. So you need to substitute x is equal to 0 and y is equals to 2. So let's see what happens to this. Minus x is equals to 0 and y is equal to 2. 2 square, so it is 2 square. In fact, if you can write it as directly 4, that will be really good. And see here, these two are in product actually, right? So when you multiply 0 and 2 square, definitely the product is 0. So that in brackets, they will definitely get it as 0. And then when you multiply that 0 with this 0.1 out of this bracket, right? So that you'll get completely all this as 0 only, right? When this is all 0, 2 plus 0, that's how we'll get y1 initial approximation as only 2, right? Y1 initial approximation is simply 2 only. Now let us just refine this using modified Euler's formula. So therefore, from what you call modified Euler's formula or modified Euler's method, anything is okay. See, we'll use this formula, y1 n plus 1th approximation is equal. So I'm writing all this formula every time, so that you can remember it. Just to improve our practice, I'm writing this. It is y naught plus h by 2 times f of x1, x naught y naught plus f of x1 comma y1 nth approximation. Right now, see, in particular, if you take n is equal to 0 here, you will get what you call the first approximation. So y1 first approximation is equals to, it is y naught plus h by 2 times f of x naught y naught plus f of x1 comma y1 initial approximation, y1 0. Let us just substitute everything into this. So y naught is 2 plus h, it is 0.1 by 2 into f of x naught y naught. You see, when it is f of x naught y naught, the function is this minus xy square. And in this, if you want to substitute x is equal to x naught is actually 0. So that when you substitute x naught, you will definitely get this as 0. So I'm writing it as 0. Already, we have verified it from this idea only. When you substitute x naught is equals to 0, we'll get this product as simply 0. Now, and then this in this term, you need to now substitute x is equals to x1. What is x1? x1 is 0.1. So here you are going to substitute x is equals to 0.1. And how much about this y? In place of y, we need to substitute y1 0. How much it is? 2. So here in place of y, you are going to substitute 2. So let me just do that. We'll get it like this. You see, minus x 0.1 into y1 0 whole square. We have actually y square, right? That's how it is. 2 square, we'll get it as 4. So let me just simplify this. Therefore, y1 first approximation is equals to, let me use my calculator to simplify this. 2 minus, see, I'm just writing minus because you see 0 plus of something is there. You see that 0 has no importance here, and here it is plus into minus. This product becomes minus, and when you multiply this minus outside here, there also you'll get it as minus only. That's why I'm writing it as 2 minus 0.1 by 2. It is 0.05, and then inside I'm just multiplying the 2. 0.1 into 4 is anyway 0.4, right? So I'm writing it as 0.4. And thereby you see I got this y1 first approximation as 1.98. Right? See, that is y1 first approximation. Now in a similar way, let me calculate what you call y1 second approximation. Now, y1 second approximation is, you see, now I'm writing the formula y naught plus h by 2 times I'm writing this again, y naught, x naught, y naught plus f of x1 comma y1 first approximation. Right, let us substitute everything into this. This is 2 plus 0.1 by 2 into f of x naught y naught is again 0 only, then minus f of x1 is 0.1, and here you see y1 first approximation we got it as 1.98, but here we need to take its square, right? So I'm just taking it as 1.98 whole square. We are just substituting x is equal to x1 and y is equal to y1 in the function f, and the function f has y square. I'm just taking square here also. So therefore, let us substitute everything into this. Y1 second approximation is equals to, somebody can do this. I'm just substituting here 0.1 into 1.98 whole square. Let's see, I got this as 1.98039 is there. So I'm rounding off this at the fourth digit. So it is 4. So the second approximation to y1, I got it as 1.9804. So let me just continue this to calculate. And one more thing here, you see, after getting this second approximation, always you should compare this with the first approximation. So you can observe here, you see, when you compare first and second approximations, these two, we got 2 digits. In fact, you can also say the third digit because it is 0 here. We got 3 digits as same in these two approximations, right? After the decimal point, we got 3 digits as same. That's how at the end of second approximation, we already got what you call 3 decimal accuracy. So let me try for anyway one more iteration. Probably we may get 4 decimal accuracy also. So if I just continue that, you see y1 third approximation. So therefore, y1 third approximation is equals to, I'm just writing the formula, it is y naught plus h by 2 times, it is f of x naught y naught plus f of x1 comma y1 second approximation this time. Now let us just substitute everything into this. Y naught, you are given it as 2 plus h, you know, already got it as 0.1 by 2. And then this multiplied by, you know, already we have seen f of x naught y naught is 0 plus, and now here it is, see, in f of x1 y1 0 will get actually first of all minus, then x1 is 0.1 and square of y1 second approximation. See, y1 second approximation we got it as 1.9804 and then square to this. So let me just substitute into this. So let us see what happens. Yeah. See, when I simplify this from calculator, I got this as also 1.9804. Now you see, we got the same values in both second and third approximations. That's how you can understand. Since you got 4 decimal accuracy, you can stop this here, and therefore y1 or else y at 0.1 is equals to 1.9804. Recall the question. We're actually asked to calculate y at 0.2, but we got y at 0.1 now. So only half of the problem is finished. So still more half. So let me just continue this. Now let us calculate y2. That is nothing but y at 0.2. So let us calculate now y2. And as we know, to calculate y2 again in modified Euler's method, we should proceed in an iterative process. So to get initial approximation now, we should use what you call Euler's formula. From Euler's formula, Euler's method. Now we have y2 initial approximation is equals to, now see, remember always while calculating y2, we'll rewrite the formula every time in terms of x1 and y1. So y2 initial approximation is now, it is equals to y1 plus h into f of x1 comma y1. As you can see here, to get y2, we'll use its previous values. Anyway, in further approximations of modified Euler's method, we'll use latest approximation to y2 also. Now, anyway, if you substitute the values here, it is y1 is 1.9804 plus h, we got it as 0.1. And then here the function is minus x1 is 0.1 into y1 whole square. How much is y1? You see 1.9804 and then square to this. Now let me just simplify this using my calculator. 1.9804. I can just bring that minus out of that. So minus of 0.1 into again 0.1 into square of this 1.9804 square. So the value which I'm getting here is this much. You see 1.94118 I got actually. So I'm rounding up this at the fourth digit. So it is 1.9412. Right. So now I got this, you see. Now let me calculate the remaining approximations from what you call modified Euler's method. So from modified Euler's method, if you just write the formula once, y2 n plus 1th approximation is equals to, it is y1 plus h by 2 times f of x1 y1 plus f of x2 comma y2 nth approximation. Right. So now using this formula, if you take particularly n is equals to 0, we'll get the first approximation to y1. So y2 first approximation is equals to, it is y1 plus h. How much you got? You see, h is 0.1 by 2 into f of x1 y1. You know, let us be careful in substituting the values now. Minus x1 is 0.1 into y1 square. See how much is y1? It is 1.9804 whole square. Now plus, actually you should take plus, but in the function if you have a minus, you know, that's how I'm taking this as minus. Now this time you see what you're substituting, it is x2. When it is x2, it is actually 0.2. 0.2 into x into y square, you know, y2 0th approximation. How much it is 0th approximation? Y2 0, we got it as 1.9412, you know, I'm just substituting that 1.9412 whole square. Right. Let us simplify this. How much is y1? I should write y1 also now. How much is y1? 1.9804. Let us just substitute this in a calculator and see how much you'll get. 1.9804. I'm just taking minus common from those two terms, so I'll write minus here. And then in brackets, you see it is 0.05, which is 0.01 by 2 actually, 0.05 into how much you'll get there, 0.1 into square of that, 1.9804 square. Then plus, because already I have taken minus common, 0.2 into square of this, you see 1.9412 square. See, I'm getting this as 1.9231. Right. So this is the first approximation to y2. Next, similarly, if you substitute the second if you calculate the second approximation, I'm just writing the formula once. It is y1 plus h by 2 times, we should do it like this. You see, f of x0 y0 plus f of x1 y1 first approximation. Now see here in this, if you substitute the values, one thing we can do after this, let us see that 1.9804 plus h. How much is h? You see it is 0.1 by 2 into f of x0 y0. You see how much it is? Minus 0.1 into 1.9804 whole square. Then minus f of I'm sorry, I've written it wrongly. This is f of x1 y1, and here this is x2 y2. And then x2 means, you know, 0.2 into y2 first approximation. So we need to take the square of this. Right, let us see how much you'll get here. I'm just substituting this in this formula. 9231 whole square. See, I'm getting this as 1.92380 is there. So I'm not writing that. So this is the second approximation. Now, similarly, one thing you see, after getting second approximation, compare this with the first approximation. Compare the second approximation value with what you call first approximation value, so that you can see 3 digits after the decimal point, you know, they are same. That means you got now 3 decimal accuracy. So let me just try anyway for one more iteration. Probably we may get what you call 4 decimal accuracy also. So the formula here is y2 plus, I'm sorry, y2 third approximation is equals to y1 plus h by 2 times f of x1 comma y1 plus f of x2 comma y2 second approximation. Right, so then if we substitute everything into this, y1 is 1.9804 plus h, it is 0.1 by 2, and I'm substituting everything into this, you see, minus 0.1 into y1 is 1.9804 whole square minus x2, it is 0.2 into y2 second approximation, you know, we got it as 1.9238, and then square to this also. And then see how much you'll get here, 1.9238. I'm just substituting the latest value. So luckily, you see here also, we got it as 1.92378 is there. So I'm rounding off this. So it is also 1.9238. Since you got same in second and third approximations, therefore you can conclude y2 is equals to, we got 4 decimal accuracy, you know, that's why I'm concluding this, y2 or y at 0.2 is equals to, you know, this last value, whatever you got here, 1.9238. So that's how you can just solve this problem using modified Euler's method.